भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। ओम नमो भगवते वासुदेवाय। नारायण देवी ततो जयमुदीरये। नष्टप्रायेषु भद्रेषु नित्यं सेवया भगवती उत्तम श्लोके भक्ति नैष्ठिकी। Jagannath. So we discussed quite a few things about Lord Jagannath, and there's so many more to discuss. About Jagannath Puri also. There's so many places, historical places associated with Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and the devotees. It's like a non-ending discussion. But today I thought we will discuss about Rath Yatra part of Jagannath. So this Rath Yatra will happen this year on 14th July. So till 13th July, Jagannath ji will be in seclusion. Nobody can see him except his servants. On 13th evening, he will give first darshan to public, because people or devotees, they want to see him. They haven't seen him for 13, 14 days. So they're getting very agitated. And then on 14th morning, there's a celebration, there's a festival, it's called Pahundi festival. So what happens, all the chariots are prepared. Every year they prepare new chariots from scratch. And the chariots are ready at the main entrance, main gate. And the Lord has to be brought from inside, from his Ratna Singhasan to the chariots. So again, it's a huge ceremony, wonderful ceremony. If you ever get a chance, if you cannot see live, then you can go on YouTube, and it's every ceremony videos are there. So the deities, they are very big. Actually, the deities earlier used to be small, but then once a Muslim invader, he attacked Jagannath Puri, and he killed the king of Puri, and he took the deities of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and he put them in fire. He burned them actually. So about Jagannath, now there is speciality about Lord Jagannath that if I don't know if you all know or not, 2-3 years ago there was a festival called Nav Kalevar. Means Jagannath ji gets a new body. So Kalevar means body. So that happens every either it will come after 8 years, 11 years, or 19 years. It depends upon how it is calculated. Is like we just recently had Purushottam month, if you know, Adhik month or Mal Mas or Purushottam Mas. So if that Purushottam Mas or Adhik Mas happens between Snan Yatra and Rath Yatra of Lord Jagannath, then that year they do Navkalevar, new body of Jagannath. So in that new body, again, now going into details of that, to find the wood by which the body of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra and Sudarshan will be made. Now, it's a huge ceremony. There's a special tree. I mean, all 4 trees are special trees. They're neem trees, but they're very special trees. And a whole party of pandas, they go search for those trees. That tree, like for example, Lord Jagannath, by which Lord Jagannath's body will be made, that tree has to be, first of all, neem tree. Secondly, it has to be blackish in color. Thirdly, it should have all the 4 symbols of Shankh, Chakra, Gada and Padma on that tree. They should not be less than 4 branches, and they should not be more than, they should not be less than 3 branches, and they should not be more than 4 branches. There should not be a bird's nest on that tree. There should be a Shiva temple nearby. There should be 3 other trees, auspicious trees nearby, and there should be a snake hole at the bottom of the tree. So all these conditions have to be met before they figure out this is the tree that is supposed to be cut for Lord Jagannath's vigraha. So, and again, it's a huge ceremony. First, they take the procession from Jagannath, they take the permission, and then they go to a village, the temple of Durgaji, and that Mata comes in the dream of the head of that party, and then she kind of instructs that which direction to go to find the tree for Lord Jagannath, which direction to go to find tree for Balram and Subhadra and Sudarshan. They send advance party, they send 2 devotees ahead, and they keep going. It's a big forest where they look for the tree, and once they find the tree, they bring the news back, and the head of the party goes, and they all go, they see if all the conditions are met. Then they chop down the tree. And again, then the tree, the main trunk is loaded on the bullock cart and it is brought back to Jagannath temple where the deities are caught. But from on the day, so that is the year, Navkale. So first they do Snan Yatra for the old deity, and then there is Purushottam month in between, 1 full month, in which they have to find the tree, they have to bring the wood back, and then the next Snan Yatra will come. So 2 Snan Yatras that year. And before that Snan Yatra, they have to finish making the deities. Because the Snan Yatra is considered birthday of Lord Jagannath. Means that a night before that Snan, second Snan Yatra, there will be complete blackout. No, it cannot be night before because it has to be 15 days before. That happens on the new moon date, day of Amavasya. The Snan Yatra is on Purnima, so 15 days before that. So there will be complete blackout in whole Jagannath Puri. Not a single lamp that night will be burning. And what they do from the body of Jagannath to new Jagannath, they transfer Nabhi Brahma. So there's a packet inside the body of old Jagannath at the Nabhi, at the navel, and they take it out, and the priest who takes it out, he is blindfolded. He cannot see anything, and he only feels it, and he takes it out and he puts it in the body of new Jagannath, and then they wrap so many cloths around the whole body of Jagannath to keep it safe. Actually, it is said that it is Shale Ramila, but they transfer, and then it is wrapped around with so many cloths. And also, it is said that when they transfer this Nabhi Brahm from old Jagannath to new Jagannath body, they also leave some Tulsi leaves and then they wrap around. Nabhi Brahm in the body of new Jagannath deity. And this old deities of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra, and Sudarshanji, and there's a place, temple, in the northern gate, a place called Vaikuntha Koila, where they bury the body of old Jagannath, Baldev, and Subhadra. And that spot is marked with 3 circles. Go there, you can see that place. So that is where the old bodies of Jagannath, Balbhadra, and Subhadra, and Sudarshan are buried. So this new Jagannath, and actually the whole thing, the whole deed of Jagannath, actually it's not made of wood. And they have description of, they mix like rice, and other herbs and some cement, and it's all natural. And they mix it, and that's how they give the shape of Lord Jagannath. and the face and the hands. And that's why it's very, very, they cover it with cloth. And rest of the body, they paint it with natural paints. No chemical used. So that's why they make it so huge and it's so heavy. Even like 20 people cannot lift him. It's so heavy. They made it like that because once this, and he had burnt the deities of Jagannath, Baldev, Subhadra. But seeing the deities being burned, one devotee, he ran towards the deities, he jumped into the fire, and he saved the, and he brought those Nabi Brahm out and kept it for new Jagannath. So just wood was burned, and it was, they say it was some pastime of Lord Jagannath, which they could not understand why he wanted to be burnt like that. But since then, the deities are made huge in size, and they're so huge. Like earlier, I think till 2014, 13 or 14, we could go on the chariot. In fact, we were so fortunate, Radha Prabhu, Abhishek Prabhu and myself, 1 year, that was the last year, we went, and even at the start of Rath Yatra, he took us on the top of the chariot, pilgrim coming on the chariot. In fact, I pulled the rope also with the pandas, and we were very fortunate. And also when Rath Yatra used to end at Gunja temple, because one night the deities will be on the chariot, they'll give darshan to everybody, and next evening they go inside the temple. So that those days we could go on the chariot and we could embrace the deities, we could serve the deities. So I was there not with Radha, year before, and some devotees from on the ground, fight between the policemen and the parents. They had some fight about some issue. So people got going on the chariot. So nobody could get down and nobody could get up. And devotees from Delhi, and I was one of them, were on the, and Panda said, "Now, because nobody can come up and we cannot kick you down." So I was there, and I remember all those devotees, they were sitting at the lotus feet of Jagannath and they were praying, and I was serving Jagannath. I was massaging his face, massaging his hands. And I remembered I was standing in front of Lord Jagannath, very tall. I was stretching my hand all the way up in front of Lord Jagannath. And my hand could reach only up to the forehead of Jagannath. I couldn't even go all the way to the top. Lady Subhadra. And I was massaging his arms. So at the shoulder, his hand was like this big, maybe 18 inches in diameter at the shoulder. Then it tapers down when it goes to the wrist. So the idea is, so not like we need lots of people to Ratna Singhasan, the chariot. So all these pandas, they transfer him, and then they move very graciously, and Jagannath is actually dancing. He is in a really different mood because he's going to Vrindavan. The mood is he's going from Dwarka to Vrindavan. This Jagannath temple is considered Dwarka, And Gundicha temple is considered as Vrindavan. And he is very happy. Balramji is also happy. Subhadra is also happy. Although Subhadra and Sudarshan, they go very fast. They don't dance too much. But Balramji dances a little. But Jagannathji just keeps dancing. And the partners are trying to hold him still so he can move. But he keeps on dancing, dancing, dancing. He is in very much ecstasy, you can see. And this is how he comes from his temple to the chariot. Earlier days, it's mentioned in Chaitanya Charitamrita. Nowadays, they don't. I haven't seen them doing that. They used to like carry Jagannath. All these pandas are carrying, and they used to just put him down and down, like carry and put him one step ahead. Used to place some pillows under him, cotton pillows, so Jagannath does not get hurt when they put him on the floor. So in Chaitanya Charitamrita it is explained. So when Jagannath used to just rest on those pillows, the pillows would burst open and the cotton would fly in the sky, and it used to make the scene would become even more grand. So linked with this incident, with this pastime of Jagannath, there was a tailor in Delhi. His name was Parmeshthi, when Muslims were ruling. And he was a big devotee of Lord Jagannath. Although he was in Delhi and he could, it's not mentioned if he ever visited Jagannath Puri, but somehow he was a big devotee of Lord Jagannath. And he was a very good tailor. So once the king of Delhi, he called Parmeshthi. He said, "Oh, I got this beautiful silk cloth and with some nice embroidery of flowers. And the cloth has its own aroma also. It was fragrant. And the king told Parmeshthi that I wanted to make 2 nice pillows for me out of this cloth. And they should be so nicely made that I shouldn't be able to even see the stitching of pillows." Parmeshthi said, "Okay." So Parmeshwari took that cloth home. And when he was making the pillows, he was thinking, actually these pillows, they should be used by Lord Jagannath. What is this king who's going to use this pillow? He's a low person. And this cloth is so nice, and I'm going to make it wonderful pillows, and they should be used by Lord Jagannath. So he made 2 beautiful pillows. And it happened to be the day of this Pahundi festival, Rath Yatra. So at night he made, and in the morning, when this Pahundi festival was going on, somehow Parmeshti was meditating on Lord Jagannath. And in the meditation, he was seeing that the Pandas, they brought Lord Jagannath, and Jagannathji is, every time they rest him on the floor, somebody is putting nice pillow under him, and the pillow is bursting open, and all the cotton is flying in the sky. So, last step, they were going to put Jagannath down, and there was no pillow. Somehow they ran out of pillows in Jagannath Puri. So Parmeshthi was just meditating on Lord Jagannath, and he saw there is no pillow, and he just picked up this pillow that he had made for the king, and in meditation only he offered it to Lord Jagannath. And then he opened his eyes, the pillow was gone. He didn't have the pillow there. So he was, on one hand, he was very happy. Jagannathji accepted his offering. But on the other hand, he was scared now what the king will do. He will have only one. Next, he thought, let whatever the king wants to do, let him do. Even if he wants to kill me, that's fine. But I have served Jagannath, and king cannot be more powerful than Jagannath. So Parmeshwari went to see the king with one pillow, and king called him. Parmeshwari with one pillow. King said, "But I gave you cloth for 2 pillows. Where is it?" So Parmeshwari started. He fell down at the feet of the king, and he started explaining that this is what happened. He offered it to, accepted it. What can I do? King was so angry. He said, "You are lying. You have hidden that pillow because you stole. Liked that cloth. It was very expensive cloth. You have stolen the pillow, and now you're telling me all lies. How you offer from Delhi and the offering goes to Jagannath Puri? It's not possible. Don't lie there." So he told his shackles on him, and uh, and he said, "Okay, so you're saying you offered it to Jagannath come and rescue you." So Parmeshti was in the prison, and Parmeshti started praying to Jagannath, because this is what the devotees do. They have nothing to do except praying to Lord Jagannath. And Parmeshti started telling, "What did I do wrong? I just served you. I wanted to serve you, and you're the savior of the fallen. You're savior of your devotees. Now please help me out of this miserable condition." And whatever he was praying. So Jagannath ji appeared in the prison house. And Jagannath ji said, "Do not worry. I know you served me, and I accepted your pillow, and I accepted your devotion along with it." So when Jagannath ji appeared, all the shackles opened up. And then Jagannath ji said, "Just wait here." And Jagannath ji went to the king. King was sleeping. Jagannath ji went to his dream, and he told the king, "What is this? I am the Lord of the whole universe. I own everything in the whole universe. And my devotee just offered to me whatever belonged to me. Who are you to imprison him and punish him?" And Jagannath ji started beating up the king in the dream. And king woke up. He was all scared. And then first he thought it was just a dream. But when he woke up, his whole body was full of beating marks. And then he understood he has made a big mess. It was definitely the Lord who was taking the service from Parmeshti. So immediately he ran towards the prison house. He fell at the feet of Parmeshti. He begged for forgiveness and he let him go. He said, "Now you live in my palace. You're free to do whatever you want. You want to worship Jagannath, you worship Jagannath in whatever way you want. But please forgive me." So Jagannath accepts accepts the service of devotees, even if they're serving him with in meditation only. So anyway, so Jagannath Baldev, Subhadra, somehow they come on the chariot. It takes long time for them to come to the chariot, actually. And they sit on the chariot, and then again the offering is made, and King of Puri comes and he sweeps the road in front of the chariots. And all the three chariots, Jagannath's chariot is 45 feet tall. It has 16 wheels. It's called Nandi Ghosh. And it's made of solid wood. Solid wood. It's very, very heavy. You must have seen the pictures I posted on the WhatsApp group. Balram's chariot, it's 44 feet high. It's called Tal Vijay, and it has 14 wheels. And Subhadra's chariot is 43 feet high. It's called Padma Vijay, and it has 12 wheels. And even those wheels are huge. They are, I think, at least 8 feet in diameter, because they are taller than I am. That I know. 8 foot in diameter, and solid wood. And then they place wooden horses on those chariots. All the three chariots are wooden horses, just to symbolize that chariots should have have horses. And then there is a chariot driver sitting on the chariot. It's again a murti. And then there are on the side of the chariots, where the platform where the Jagannath is sitting, on the side, there are some small temples of demigods, and the deities are there. Meaning that it happens, everybody from the whole universe, all the demigods, they come during the Rath Yatra festival of Lord Jagannath. So these temples mark their presence. So we could go on top of the chariot and embrace, hug Jagannath, worship him, pray to him. And like at Gundija temple, when the chariot stops, so police they used to put like makeshift staircase for everybody to make a line and go on the chariot. But the line would be very, very long. It would take hours and hours to stand in the line. So we would, as we must be like monkeys in our previous lives, we would just climb from here and there and try to get on the top of the chariot. The process, like God temples on the side, hang on to the horses and somehow climb. Somebody might pull us up or something. I've done all that things, those things when it was allowed. But why I am saying that? I have seen thousands and thousands of boys, especially boys or young people, they're climbing on the chariot like that. Where old people cannot do it like that. It's pretty tall chariot. But I have never seen, never, even a single part of the chariot moving from its place. Even those little temples they put on the side, I mean, so many thousands of people are climbing on top of that. It doesn't move away. It's so solidly fixed. And then they make it every year, fresh, new. It just doesn't give in. Even the like you can say barricade at the edge of the chariot, like at the edge of our balcony, there is a what do we call it? The small grill. And if thousands of people are grabbing onto it, climbing on it, it will, even if it is an iron grill, it will give away. It will break down. It will move. It will fall off. But those grills, they never moved. Even a single millimeter, I haven't seen them moving. Thousands of people are climbing and jumping and on top of it. But it doesn't happen. I have never seen any accident happen. So that is a beauty, that is a mercy of Lord Jagannath. And on every chariot, they have 4 ropes for people to pull those ropes. And those ropes are also a particular length. It's not like they're just as long as we want, no. Because those ropes represent Vasuki Nag. And it's a particular length. It is mentioned in one of their scriptures, how long that rope should be. I'm forgetting because last year only some Panda was telling me, and my ignorance or my engineering mind, I said, so that rope must be about 200 feet long. And he chastised me. He said, you don't measure Lord Jagannath's rope by feet, you measure by hands. My thinking was feet or meters. That's what I was thinking. But he said, no, you don't even think of measuring by feet. You measure by hands, that many hands. And I was like, yes, makes sense. So I beg for forgiveness. So that is the length, particular length is there. And the rope is about like 4 inches diameter. It's a solid jute rope. And also the tradition there is, like for the Rath Yatra festival, so one family and like family after family of that family, every year that's their only service. They'll make ropes. One family will come and, or descendants of that family, they'll come and paint the Rath chariot. Somebody, their family or descendants of family, they'll make the wheels. Or somebody will make some other part. This is their only service, that's it. And they are taken care of throughout their life by the temple. So now coming back to that rope. So there are 4 ropes. And then, of course, obviously, there are so many cops around so that there is no accident that happens. So, because it is also said if somebody dies coming under the wheel of Jagannath's chariot, he will immediately go back to the spiritual world. So, earlier days, I've heard people used to come and they would commit suicide. They will throw themselves under the wheels of chariot and they would die because they knew they will go back. But police now it's supposed to be strict, and they are very strict in that regard. So no accidents. So they do some barricading around the chariot, and the ropes are there. And the chariots, as I said, they're very heavy and very big. And on top of chariot, along with Jagannath ji, there are about maybe 80 sitting. They have to serve Jagannath, and the rows when to stop. There is no brake, or there is no steering system. There's no steering wheel. It's just the ropes. That's it. And on the ropes, if you have been there or if you see the video, you can see that thousands and thousands of people trying to pull those ropes. And our experience, I know Radha Prabhu just joined, and our experience is when we try to get to those ropes, when thousands of people are pulling, we could not even grab onto the ropes. To pull the rope, you need to grab with both hands, and there should be some space for us to pull. We couldn't even grab on. Hardly we would somehow we put our hand in the crowd and maybe just hold on, hang on to the rope with two fingers. That's about it. And there are thousands of people around you, and they're also doing the same thing. Why I'm telling you all this? So only people who could possibly be pulling on the ropes must be like 4 or 5 boys at the end of the rope. That's it. Nobody else I've seen who could be pulling. There's no space. We just grab onto the rope to keep us from falling down and getting crushed by those feet of the devotees of Jagannath. And for 4 or 5 people at the end of the rope, even the rope is so heavy for them to pull. Forget about pulling the whole chariot and moving the chariot. There's no way anybody can pull the ropes and move the chariot. There is no way. It's so heavy. So then the question is, who moves the chariots? They only move by the mercy of Jagannath. That's it. Whenever he wants to move, he moves. Whenever he wants to stop, the chariot stops. It's simple as that. There is no other explanation. Or like some acharyas explain, it is moved by the strength of devotion in the heart of all those devotees who are pulling the chariot. That could be an explanation. And when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu Jagannath Puri, so every year devotees would come from Navadvip, Bengal, and they would join Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, and then they would attend this Rath Yatra festival. So Mahaprabhu would make 7 kirtan parties, 4 parties in front of the chariot, 1 each on the side and 1 in the back. And he would make a designated singer, lead singer, mridanga player, kartal players, and the lead dancer for each party. So they would, Mahaprabhu would then lead all the parties. He personally would dance in all the kirtan mandalis. And this is how the chariot of Jagannath would move. Rath Yatra will go on. This is Gundicha temple. On the way, so of the 3 chariots, So first the chariot of Balramji starts, because Balramji is the elder brother, he has to lead the way. And then the chariot of Subhadraji. So on the chariot of Subhadra, because she is a lady, she's the sister, younger sister, Sudarshan also travels on the chariot of Subhadraji. And then comes the chariot of Jagannath. So it has, I mean, earlier Rath Yatras, when I used to go to, all the three chariots would reach by evening to Gundicha temple. But lately, either Jagannath's chariot would stop, or last year all the three chariots stopped on the way. So the deal is, because by the time they start moving the chariots, after doing all the rituals, all the pujas, everything, it is about 3:30 in the evening. And before sunset, they have to reach Gundicha temple. And if they don't, then they stay on the road. And then the next day, from wherever they have stopped, they move again. So that night, when they are on the chariot, they stay on the chariot. They don't come down. And when they reach Gundicha temple also, so one night they spend outside Gundicha temple, all three of them. And then the next night, they go inside. Again, it's a huge ceremony, Pahandi Vijay ceremony it's called. They make a nice ramp, long ramp for the deities to be brought down. And then, or for the deities to go on the chariot also. And then they continue with the process. So it's a beautiful festival. First time I went, I was scared. Obviously, it's crowded and it's humid. It's and it's hot, but it's fun. We just have to know how to get inside the crowd to pull the ropes. So somehow we figured it out how to do that, and how to get out also. So we don't keep on pulling because the crowd will crush you. So you just go, pull the rope for maybe 30 seconds, 40 seconds, a minute at the most, and get out. That's it. Then it is okay. And the chair, of course, the goes on. Lots of fun. And after the chariots move, and the road is also very big. It's called Grand Road. A very huge road, very wide. It's very wide. And after the chariots go, you can see behind the chariot, the whole road is filled up with shoes or the footwear. So that's why we don't go wearing anything. We go bare feet. Even if the feet get crushed, it's okay. Even if you wear anything, it will be all left behind, because so many feet are, I mean, basically we don't even put foot on the ground when you're pulling the rope, because it's all up in the air. Everybody is just, you just go with the flow. That's it. You cannot do anything. And you get nice body massage over there, because this is what happens. You just get pressed from all sides, all angles, everything. And you're very lucky if the clothes don't get torn up by the time you get out. But it's fun. It's lots of fun when you understand how fortunate you are. You're pulling the chariot of Lord Jagannath. The Lord of the universe is sitting there, and he's allowing us to pull his chariot and take him to Vrindavan. And on the way back, the forward Rath Yatra is obviously more crowded, but the Rath Yatra, when he comes back, it is less crowded. So there's about like 70% of the crowd on the way back. So it is little easier at that time. But anyway, it's fun both ways. It is fun, nothing but fun. So we should plan at least once in a lifetime. You should go. There's so many other details. So the Lord is offered, Jagannath, when he goes, there's a temple called Mosi Ma temple. and that's where he has to stop. And there's a place called Jagannath Vallabh Garden. That's where, when Chaitanya Mahaprabhu was there attending the Rath Yatra, that's where the chariot stopped, and Mahaprabhu took rest inside that garden. And there was a beautiful conversation between him and Maharaj Pratap Rudra in that garden. So that we'll discuss some other time. And on the way, there is Gaudiya Math also. Maharaj Srila Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati Thakur, he was born at that. So that's also a place where the chariot stops every year. And then it reaches Gundicha temple, which is non-different from Krishna goes from Dwarka to Vrindavan. So I'll stop here, see anybody's any questions or comments.
One question only to.
Yes, Prabhu.
Any decision made about Jagannath trip for you?
I am not the one who's going to make the decision. Jagannath is going to make the decision.
Yeah, that's what I asked. Has he made it? No.
Well, according to Rashmi, I'm coming, but I don't know. Rest, I don't know.
Yeah, we have also not told anything to her.
I spoke with her and she said, Bhaiya, you're coming, don't worry. I said, okay, you know better than I do. So anyway, even if I don't come, you guys go, enjoy.
No, I'm going, but I'm not having anybody. Nobody to guide me this time.
Why Mohanty Prabhu is going?
Prabhuji, yes, I'm going. We are going. We can guide. Let's be
Yeah,
Mami.
yeah. Okay. You ask Abhishek Prabhu if he come. Prabhat Prabhu is ready. Prabhu is said to come. Let's see. I hope Jagannath ji allows me to come.
Yeah, pray for that. In fact, I am praying that all of the people in your class, they should also come make a plan now.
I hope so.
All the devotees heard this Katha, they should have invitations from Jagannath.
And then they all can see all the places, and we'll have more katha over there. It's
right. Yeah.
It'll be fun. So anyway, we'll stop here, and tomorrow we'll discuss some other places of interest in Jagannath.
Okay, bro.
More path. I think till Yatra, I'll keep on talking about Lord Jagannath.
Yes, bro. We can keep on talking about it.
Yes.
There's so many things about and Jagannath Puri. It's amazing. So let's see how long it will go. Okay, thank you all very much. You all have a wonderful Sunday. So